Hola chicos y chicas, welcome back to yet another screencast. We continue with sustantivos and now we go from singular to plural. How do we make sustantivos go from singular to plural or vice versa? Very easy concept, so pay attention, take notes. Here we go. Okay, so when we talk about plural nouns, we know that we have to have two or more. And here is the graph that you are familiar with at this point. So we've got artículos definidos e indefinidos, so definite and indefinite articles in this graph all mixed together now. And we've got singular versus plural. And as you can tell, the column of plural is the one that's highlighted because that's what we're focusing on. So, singular masculino, we've got el or un. En plural masculino, we've got los or unos, and those would be our artículos definidos. And en singular femenino, la o una. En plural femenino, las o unas, and that would be our indefinido. Okay, so how to go from singular to plural. Okay, so you have to understand that when the noun ends in a vowel, a, e, I, o, or u, you need to add an s at the end of the noun. So that's just as similar as it is in English. So, for example, we've got el libro, and now el is going to become los, and libro ends in a vowel, so therefore you're going to add an s. And now these become los libros, the books. So, if it ends in vocal, añades una s. You add an s. Let's look at it with the indefinite article. So un libro, once again, un becomes unos, and libro ends in vocal, so all you need to do is add an s. Un libro, singular. Unos libros, plural. And let's go with the femenino now. So la mesa becomes las mesas. So mesa ends in vocal, you add an s to the end of the noun. And then again, we've got femenino, singular, femenino, plural. And let's go to the indefinite article, or artículo indefinido. We've got una mesa becomes unas, and mesa becomes mesas. And let's try another sustantivo, another noun. So, la mochila, the article becomes las, and mochila once again ends in vocal, so all you need to do is add an s, las mochilas. And with the indefinite, una mochila becomes unas mochilas. A backpack, some backpacks. And now let's talk a little bit about nouns that end in a consonant. So these are just slightly different. So instead of adding an s at the end of the sustantivo, you add an es or es in español. You add s at the end of the sustantivo. So el profesor, el obviously becomes los. Profesor ends in a consonante. And therefore you add es. El profesor, los profesores. Let's look at the indefinite article. So, un profesor, un becomes unos, profesor becomes profesores. Un profesor, unos profesores. And let's look at ratón. El ratón ends in consonant, ends in consonante, ends in n. El becomes los. Ratón becomes ratones. El ratón, los ratones. And let's look at the artículo indefinido. And un becomes unos. And ratón becomes ratones. So just pay attention here. Ratón is made up of two syllables. The first syllable is ra, and the second syllable is ton, with the acento over the o. This is where the emphasis of the word is. And when now words with an acento on the last syllable, when they become plural, and now they lose the acento. So un ratón becomes unos ratones. We have seen this one as well with las estaciones versus la estación con acento. Las estaciones sin acento, without an accent. So just memorize that. And one last concept. So, ojo, watch out with sustantivos ending not only in consonant, but specifically ending in theta. So, nouns ending in theta will actually have a change in the word. And what will happen is the Z, when making the noun plural, changes to C. So, el lápiz, el becomes los. We end in consonant here, so we know we're going to add es or es in español. And now the theta, it's going to change into a th. And el lápiz becomes los lápices. Now notice here that my accent was on the second to the last syllable and not on the last syllable, not on pith, but instead in la. When we make lápiz plural, you keep the accent. It is now falling on the la, just as it did before. And now you've got three syllables, so you keep the accent. Only when it falls on the last syllable that you get rid of the accent when you make the noun plural. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I hope you all had a good time. Take some notes, and au revoir. Hasta la próxima.